Yo, 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 new day. We are so back. 2 runs in one day. Can you believe it, guys? Can you believe it? That just reminded me of the fucking quote from last year. Christmas is only 1 week away. Uh, I have not seen that the entirety of this December, this week. It's within a week. I don't know. I expected some sort of resurgence of that meme, quote unquote meme. It is just a poor girl being excited for Christmas. I don't know. Pretty funny. I'm hoping to see that before Christmas comes around. But anyway, here I am, doing 2 runs in one day. Here that I'm beginning to yap, I can smell that my breath tastes awful. So I gotta do something about that. That's besides the point. I have been sitting here rotting for the better part of 2 hours, just watching, just listening to music and watching Tetris tournaments. Tetris tournaments is, ever since our Tetris hyperfixation, I realized how goated Tetris is for, like, just rotting to, just watching on the side while you're doing something else. It's pretty goated, it's pretty awesome, because it's like 2 half tasks, right? Listening through some music I have on my backlog and, watching Tetris tournaments. It's just, it's very minimal effort to follow what's going on, especially because, 80% of the time, nothing is really going on, and if anybody loses before stage 19, they weren't worth it to begin with. So, it's very slow paced a lot of the time, and then when it's actually fast paced, you get to pay attention. So that's pretty neat. That's pretty poggers, as they say. I'm watching classic Tetris because that's just what's best rotting material, right? But there is also, the online Tetris tournament. I forget what it's called, but my roommate and #1 fan just showed me. It's a tournament of the best of harassing each other like little fucking cockroaches and sending each other the lines that you make, which is, it's a pretty fun concept. It's too competitive for me, and there's so much going on in general that I don't know. I am not competitive enough for, to follow that. I can force myself into a competitive mindset, but I am not competitive just as a... It doesn't come naturally to me. Uh-oh, shit. Goddamn. We followed each other hand in hand. Hashtag r/wholesome. So yeah, I've just been watching some of the stuff that has piled up since last time. There are 2 tournaments that have gone on. One, world tournament, and one tournament that I did not know of, but I think the name is pretty hilarious. It's the Jonas tournament, the Jonas Cup, which is very probably a reference to the once walled the fucking titan that was Jonas something Neubauer. If that's right, that is insane. There was a guy named Jonas a couple of years ago that absolutely fucking dominated the entire classic Tetris scene, because he was just that fucking good, and he also had so much more experience because he was, he was an older guy. Not that he's old, but when you are like 20 plus, you're beginning to get up there in age. This guy is like what, 30, 35. So he retired a couple of years ago, and you know, he got one loss under his belt, and I'm pretty sure he just retired right after. So in like 2019, 2018 or something, he got overthrown when the new meta of like rolling came around. I can't actually remember the name of it. But essentially, you just roll, and it's all dependent on speed. So you know, because the amount of lines are pretty well lined up with how many fingers you got available, right? So you just have to count how many fingers you roll onto the button, and you have to, I don't know, some sort of friction stuff makes it so you have to actually have a glove on, and you know, all sorts of stuff like that. Hyper tapping? No, hyper tapping was the meta before rolling. Hyper tapping was the thing Jonas did, and then he got overthrown by some kid named Joseph. This is, I don't know, I've always wondered what kind of obscure lore I could pull out of my ass. For no reason. This is apparently it. Tetris World Tournament Histories. Pretty funny. But you know, the reason this was so significant was because it was like two titans of the two metas going on, and it was of course evident that rolling was the very superior version. Not that hyper tapping did bad, but it was just the fact that with the rolling and with enough, you know, with enough muscle memory in this strat, you can actually survive the kill screen, which the kill screen is meant to kill. So it's kind of lackluster, the name, when it doesn't do its job properly. Due to the fact that kids are finding out how to fucking how to avoid it. They realized pretty quickly though that there is a second kill screen on the first. You know, there are transitions stages where I think it's 50%. The speed goes up by 50%, which is already pretty insane. At level 19 is the first like real speed bump. So that's that's the fun part to watch, where players are like they're pushing themselves, but not too hard. It's like, you know, their instincts are coming into play here. It's not that they actually, you know, that's the fun thing to watch also, because before level 19, if anyone fucks up there, it's, you know that these players are good enough, but they just didn't really pay proper attention beforehand, which is pretty funny. Whenever it does happen, it happens very rarely, but it does happen once in a while. Now I'm beginning to get desensitized to that though, and I am, you know, the level 19 isn't that hard. Anyone who can't survive it are fucking wimps, right? That's my mindset right now, which is why it's so insane that, you know, every match is supposed to be like, okay, I guess if you can get like one or two lines on the kill screen, you are the GOAT. But now people are surviving to the super kill screen. The kill screen at level 29, the super kill screen at level 39. And you know, of course at some fucking point there's gonna be someone that's gonna surpass the super kill screen, and we're gonna get a super duper deluxe kill screen plus premium. That's probably gonna be a whole thing. Not that anybody is even close to that now, but you know, years in the future, something is gonna happen. Some new meta is gonna come out. There's already the meta, a new meta rolling around or like lurking in the background, and has something to do with, you know, again, more aligned with hyper tapping, which is why I'm concerned of its survival. But it's something that the current champion Fractal, he does in this tournament, in this Jonas Cup, where, you know, of course his world title isn't on the line, so he can just like do whatever the fuck he wants. I haven't actually even seen the finals. I don't know if he wins or not. But I have seen. I've just gotten off the quarterfinals. Yeah, the quarterfinals where. I mean, it's not that the people there are bad, but it just goes to show how little the pool of people who can survive the kill screen really is. And you know, there are some people that do thrive in the kill screen. You know, thrive is a big word to put on there, but it, you know, some people do pretty well in the kill screen. But they are very few and far between. It's only a small handful of people. Can I name drop them all? I probably can't. Fractal, of course, the champion. Blue Scooty. Andy. Joseph, the one who dethroned Jonas. I think, goddamn, there's like a small handful more, like 2 or 3 more that I know can consistently, you know, at least survive the kill screen. Miles is also one. Miles. He can also survive the kill screen. He's actually really fucking good too, but I don't like the guy. For no particular reason whatsoever. But, you know, it's a whole thing. My opinions of people are purely made up in my head and based off of nothing. So, I am very biased in terms of rating my my little Tetris players. They're also all like, you know, at the very least they're teenagers. I wouldn't call them kids, but they are very young, all of them, which is also, I think that's a detriment that hit Jonas specifically really hard, was that he has developed a muscle memory to one specific, you know, the hyper tapping, and now there's a whole new meta that is so evidently just better in every single way. So he can't really get rid of all his muscle memory, but that's also what I'm seeing in Fractal right now, the current champion. Because if he's actually going to this new meta, I don't know. I think it's just to like get less strain in his hand as he plays. He's holding it in a bit goofy way. He's like it's pretty much vertical. He's holding his console thingy, not his console, his controller vertically, which is really fucking goofy to look at, and it's very evident that this doesn't work as well as he would have wanted to. But I mean, it still works. You know, a lot of the time is just, you know, reaction speed and knowing, you know, seeing into the future, I guess, knowing where to place your blocks, knowing what the optimal, you know, thingies is. But there's no tricks going on. There's no flicks going on. He's playing everything very safely, which is a shame because he's not. I mean, they're barely getting past the kill screen in this quarterfinals at least. And also there is, I don't know, in some other. The reason I even watched this to begin with was a tournament I watched that really hyped up somebody called Dog, which, first off, hilarious fucking name. They hyped up somebody called Dog, that he's thriving in the, not the kill screen, but the right before the kill screen, in level 19 to 29, he is fucking thriving in the what do they even call it? Like transition? I think they just call it the transition. He thrives in the transition, and it's just like pure instinct takes over him, and he just becomes a god. That's how they described him, but I can reveal that is not how he plays. He several times died in this and by several times I mean, 3 times, because it's best, first to win 3 goes on. But every time, every one of the 3 times, he died to just not being able to keep up right before the kill screen. To be fair, it was right before the kill screen, so I don't know if he just kind of gave up mentally and didn't want to even bother. No, actually, one of the times he did end up going to the kill screen and then dying immediately. So it's clear. Also, there were, it's like 4 quadrants. This was just one of the matches. Another one was our boy Andy that I mentioned before versus some other guy who is a very stereotypical Redditor. I don't know. I'm pretty sure this was his first moments on stage. They also interviewed him after, and he was, he tried not to be edgy, but he was pretty fucking edgy. Saying like, "Oh, this is this was my time. This was I just wanted to get out there and let the world know my name," and stuff like that. Pretty hilarious to watch, but it's pretty evident that these people, a lot of these people, can't keep up with the kill screen. I cannot keep up with the sisters, apparently. Womp womp. So, yeah. That's what I've been doing for a couple hours. Listening to music, clearing out my music backlog in the meantime. I didn't just do nothing while watching this. Yeah, but anyway, TLDR, new Tetris meta is not going to survive. That is all, folks. I'm heading out. I'm going to bed. Good night.